to get back at me for refusing to buy him a limited edition gaming skin. My 10-year-old son went behind my back, took my phone, and tipped a TikTok influencer a staggering $15,000. By the time I realized something was wrong, my wife Ella was already red-eyed and shaking, her fury boiling over, until she slammed my phone onto the hardwood floor. "You have been throwing money at these girls behind my back. $15,000 in one go," she screamed at me. "I cannot do this anymore, David. I want a divorce." Our son, Toby, stood on the sofa, watching the chaos with a look of pure, smug triumph. "That is what you get for always bossing me around. Now you know who is really in charge. See if you ever try to stop me again." What he did not realize was that those $15,000 were the tuition for the elite private academy he had been begging to attend. Since he had decided to blow that money on a stranger livestream, he was going to have to find a way to earn it back himself. I forced the fire in my chest down. Arguing with Ella while she was this hysterical was useless. Instead, I grabbed the broken phone and pulled up the footage from the Nest camera in the living room. I dragged the timeline back 30 minutes. The video was crystal clear. 3 minutes after I walked into the bathroom, Toby crept over to the sofa. He fished my phone out of my jacket pocket, glancing nervously at the bathroom door. He bypassed the lock screen. He had clearly memorized my passcode, and within seconds, the faint tinny sound of a live stream echoed from the speakers. His thumbs moved with practiced lightning speed. I pulled up the digital receipt and the timestamp on the app logs. They matched the video down to the second. When I shoved the evidence in front of Ella, the color drained from her face. She began to tremble, her gaze darting between the screen and Toby. Did you really do this?" she whispered. Toby tilted his chin up, showing zero remorse. "So what if I did? He would not buy me the expansion pack. He deserved it." He paused, then added a malicious little lie. "Besides, I see Dad watching those girls all the time anyway. He is the bad guy, not me." My hands were shaking with pure, unadulterated rage. I walked to the entryway drawer, pulled out the acceptance letter and the tuition invoice from St. Jude Academy that arrived 2 days ago, and slapped them onto the coffee table. That money was a year worth of my overtime pay plus a generous gift from my parents. It was the total for the first-year tuition, due the day after tomorrow. I had planned to surprise them tonight to tell Toby he did not have to go to the failing public school in our district, that he had been accepted into the best private school in the state. "That $15,000 you just threw away," I said, my voice terrifyingly cold. "That was your tuition for St. Jude." The smug look finally faltered. "The money is gone," I continued, "which means you either do not go, or you find a way to earn that tuition back yourself." Ella blinked, reaching for my arm. "David, stop. He is 10. How is he supposed to earn $15,000? I will call the platform. They have policies for unauthorized spending by minors. We can get a refund." Number. I cut her off. Looking directly at Toby, whose face was finally beginning to pale, I let out a sharp, joyless laugh. "I have already called Mark, who runs the local landscaping and flyer delivery service. I have also checked with the diner down the street. Toby is going to be handing out flyers and doing neighborhood cleanups. $15,000. At his age, working part-time. It will take him forever, but until he earns it back, we are not talking about private school. We are not even talking about a new pair of sneakers." Toby finally processed the reality. He let out a loud, theatrical wail and began thumping his fists against the sofa cushions. "I am not doing it. You cannot make me. You are a mean, horrible father." I ignored the tantrum, right in front of them. I called the platform customer service. I submitted the account info, the security footage, and Toby ID is requested to apply for a minor unauthorized purchase refund. 20 minutes later, the agent called back with an apologetic tone. "Sir, I am very sorry, because the account is verified in an adult name, and the payment was authorized via a known device and passcode. 70% of the funds have already been disbursed to the creator and the management agency. We can only offer a courtesy refund of $9,000.